There are various ways to get hate. A lot of ways, actually.
You spoke about you went to TUT.
Yeah.
What were you studying there?
I was I went in 2013. I was doing local government finance, which
Okay.
is an accountant at any municipality or government related facilities, right? And then things didn't go well. I failed. And then I changed 2014. I changed to economic management analysis, which is being an economist. So what I would just do, I would just Google how much are these people earning, and it says 80,000, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go for this one. I was not really interested in the whole process. I just wanted something to get me the money I need to start my businesses. Yeah, and then also remember at that time, Nekets and Nesfas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was no money for school fees. So if it wasn't because of that, I wasn't gonna afford going to varsity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
because
did
my mother
yeah.
wanted me to get a job, go the shop right, tell you what, But I said to her no, because I'm good with internet as well. So I that's how I found out this NSFAS, and I applied. I did everything myself. I didn't ask anyone for anything. I applied everything for myself, and I got it. So she was actually surprised to say, "Oh, you can actually go to school and get NSFAS." And then when I went to Gauteng for the first time, luckily, one of my cousins was already studying at the same campus. So my mom asked him to accommodate me for like a month. Nyan. So Mpile, I think it was 250. Taxi nearly 180 or so, I don't remember, one something. Yeah, that was the only money that I had to survive with for the rest of the month. So luckily my cousin helped me because he had nuts and I got as fast. So he had food. Food was the only thing that was important.
How did Forex come in?
So how Forex came in, fast forward 2014,
Yeah.
when I moved to economic management analysis, that's when I understood economics.
Okay.
Right, to say, oh, there's actually something called economics. Then I fell in love with the business module of economics
Okay.
because it spoke about money. Economy is money, in short. It's nothing else. And then from there, 2014, I failed as well. 2015, I failed. 2016, I failed as well. Going back a bit, 2014, when I failed, I got academically excluded by TUT for 2 years. Then I appealed in 2015, January. They readmitted me. I failed again. They academically excluded me again. I appealed. They readmitted me in 2016, but the dean told me that this is my last chance. You see? So now, from that moment, I knew last chance. I remember, also, parents thought I was passing. They thought I was passing 2014, 15, 16. They thought I was finishing, but I was doing my first year all along for 5 years or so. So 2016, I knew that, here I'm going to end up going to that ShopRite deal my mother once gave me if I don't have a plan. So that's when I started pushing. I stopped going to school. I started pushing anything that had to do with hustle, of which I started in 2015.
Yeah.
So I was fixing computers. I was doing everything, anything technology related. When your phone is slow, I could format it. And I'll charge 50 rands. When your computer is slow, when you want me to install YouTube, and there was nothing to install there. I was just giving you the YouTube link.
Yeah.
I would charge you 30 rands. So business, it's all about sitting down and studying your environment and identifying an opportunity. So KTT a lot of the chess boys at that time. So those boys are idiots. They can't think. Like Mutu like a very simple thing to create an email address. You understand what I mean? Never very TUT, the one that's generated automatically.
Yeah.
But like go create the email address or basic things. And I'll charge all of them for that. I get real lazy to think. And also, by the way, I could do all those things kissing a computer.
Sure.
Yeah, I use the school computer at the library. I got the campus as a library with computers. Yeah, so I go there, I watch videos on how to clean virus, install Windows. 3 months was a lot. I was a machine.
Making a lot of money.
making a lot of money to survive at that time. I could make like 300 a week,
Wow.
which was a lot of money
Yeah.
compared to what I was getting, because I was getting 400 from my mother the whole month. Sometimes it could be 250 for the whole month. So I wasn't complaining because I had a side business. Yeah, and I wasn't really dating to say a girl would finish my money. Nobody wanted to date me. I was uncool. A friend of mine from a young age, Mary Kampo, he used to do motivational speaking. I don't know about now because we haven't spoken in a while. So he would come with a lot of things like utlile the triple M. You know triple M? You remember triple M pyramid scheme?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you put 1,000 and you get it as 15,000 after 2 weeks or whatever. So he came with all those things, the peep coin, the what. He was bringing all these different ideas, ne? And then he brought Forex in as part of the package. What he does is, because he's a motivational speaker, he was using me to practice. Remember, motivational speakers are the ones who say, I started with 1 rand and now I have 1 million, but it's not actually true or accurate. You understand what I mean? So we agreed that, you know what, when as a motivational speaker, use me. So he came with all these things. And then when he drops something, I do my research. And then I found out that, you know what? Oh, the triple M thing, I invested money and I lost. Literally a month later after I've invested, it collapsed. It's fine. Remember, I had money from fixing computers now.
Yeah.
Sharp. So fast forward, because he already brought Forex at that time, but I put it on the side. Because how do you tell me that I'm able to take my phone and make money?
It doesn't make sense.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, you need to work for that money. So how I don't understand this thing. So I put it on the side. But when I saw that my options are running out, let me just try this Forex thing.